And so this video begins in East Tennessee, just on the north side of Knoxville. I just got off of US Highway 441, taking this country road to the Museum of Appalachia. If you're from above the Mason-Dixon line, you probably call it the Museum of Appalachia. Look at the mountains out there. Beautiful. Yeah. It's 55 degrees too, not terribly cold. It feels really good outside. It's a perfect night for a candlelight Christmas. And the Museum of Appalachia. Now, if you don't say Appalachia, people below the Mason-Dixon line will throw an apple at you. Those are the words of my friend and author, Mark Muncy. But I grew up saying Appalachia. I have to set that up because I am going to say Appalachia and I'm going to say Appalachia. It just comes out naturally, Appalachia. So just to fair warn you, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time. I'm Tampa J, and technically we are in Clinton, Tennessee. The Museum of Appalachia is in Clinton, Tennessee, not too far off of Interstate 75. I've been wanting to come up here and check this out. I love history, I love museums. This is right up our alley. It's also a roadside attraction. Little did I think I was gonna come here for the first time for their Christmas. It's called Candlelight Christmas at the Museum of Appalachia. Apple at me. Throw it, throw it. We're gonna check this out tonight. It looks cool. Country Christmas in the mountains. Can't go wrong there. We're gonna tour the museum. Sun's gonna set. Obviously it's called Candlelight, so it's gonna be in the dark. There's gonna be a lot of festivities. That's the video. I'm gonna show you this event. I hope you enjoy it vicariously. Thank you all for being here. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas everyone. We're gonna head a quarter of a mile that way to the Museum of Appalachia. See, I'm keeping it even. There's much ahead. And the address of the Museum of Appalachia is 2819 Andersonville Highway, Clinton, Tennessee. All right, we're turning in. Look at this giant sign, Candlelight Christmas. I think we're in the right spot. All right, I definitely turned the wrong way. I went towards the campground this way to the museum. Hey, goat, what's up? Yeah, there's a lot of goats out here. That's awesome. The event starts at 4, it is 3:55. It's good that it starts in the daylight. That way we get to see a little bit of these grounds in the day. Look at that old cabin there, that's cool. Over the bridge, through the woods, to Grandma's house we go. All right, there you go, admission 24 bucks. I paid 24 bucks online. It looks like a family rate, 60 bucks. You can get up to like 10 people. All right, all parked up. They parked us for free. Here's the flyer if you want to follow along at home. They did this only 2 nights. Tonight is the last night. Mark your calendars for next year. Experience the serenity of Pioneer Christmas at the Museum of Appalachia. Candlelight Christmas. Oh, the donkey. Well, that's cool. That's a welcome right there. All right, so they instructed us to walk towards the big barn right here. This is where we enter. That is the welcome center for the Museum of Appalachia. And this is where we check in for the event. I'm noticing over here they have some of the grindstones from an old mill just kind of laying out here. That's cool. And there is an old mill up there past the donkeys on the hill. Perhaps we'll get a closer look at that. And maybe the donkeys. Also have a couple more grindstones right here. Admissions. And they are typically open from 9 to 5 each day. Check out the website. I'll put a link in the description below. I think we're gonna head on in here. See what's going on. Oh, they got a big gift shop. Thank you. Have a good one. All right, I'm all wristbanded up. I've got the flyer, the pamphlet, Saturday, December 13th, 4 to 9 p.m. And we've got one heck of an awesome gift shop in here. Wow, I see a lot of toys. I see a lot of candy. I see a lot of antique tools up here. Wow, this place is huge. All right, guys, I didn't realize that they had a restaurant in here, and they've got some good Tennessee home cooking. My grandpa used to have the same scale in his garage with the horoscope and all right there. It ran on a penny. I don't know what this runs on. Wow, they got several tables in here. It's really cool. I just met an awesome couple from the area. Shout out to them. Really nice. We've got baked potatoes, plain, loaded. We got soups, pinto bean, chilies, veggie, Tuscan chicken. We got sandwiches. This is really cool. The restaurant at the Museum of Appalachia, 11 to 2:30. Order here. Oh no. Homemade baked goods. We got fresh apple cake. We got pumpkin cake. We got mandarin orange cake. I was just at home and Chris was making cookies. And man, they smelled good. We also got chocolate pound cake up here. You got fountain drinks? Oh, they got... I think I'll grab a Dr. Enough. I could get a Dr. Pepper though and an RC Cola. Oh no, you're telling me I have banana pudding back here? Is that homemade?
Yes,
of course it is. I don't even know why I asked that.
You'll help me finish off this bowl here.
There you go. All right, so white chicken chili time. We're gonna eat before we need fuel, right? I wasn't planning on doing this, but when I saw they had food, and I'm pretty hungry, I didn't eat much today. I also got a Dr. Enough, because it's from Tennessee. I've had a couple of those while I was here. And there's the banana pudding. That's what I'm gonna eat right there. And then we'll get going. All right, so inside the flyer, there's a map, and it is a gigantic place. We are right here in the barn currently. No, wait, this barn. And it looks like over here is the happenings, the legend. Holiday market, arts and crafts, sassafras tea, apple butter, and live music. That sounds great. Hammered dulcimer. Storytelling, banjo picking, blacksmithing, popcorn stringing, historical holiday music, and film. That's cool. There's all kinds of stuff to do in here. Last but not least, he's here, Santa. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't save you any banana pudding. It was that good. I'll be back just for the banana pudding. I wasn't sure what I was quite getting into. I am blown away with just the gift shop. And the homemade goods in here. They have homemade brooms. They've got t-shirts. Museum of Appalachia, Norris, Tennessee. So, according to this shirt, we are technically in Norris, Tennessee. I know Norris Dam is just north of here, but the address is Clinton. All right, so they have a bookstore in the corner before we head into the event. And also, there's an antique store upstairs. That's incredible. All right, so this is the Christmas market. We've got vendors in here, and man, it smells so good because they have food and popcorn. I'm gonna have to get me some popcorn. That smells too good. We got popcorn. We've got the dessert menu here, cobbler with ice cream, homemade ice cream. Good, how you doing? Good. Salted caramel cashew. I'm trying some nuts here. Oh, wow. Pretty good, isn't it? You're selling all that here, huh? Mm-hmm. Wow, that last one was really good. All right, that was really nice. I got my popcorn for $3. Also, I did some taste testing. They have nuts. They're popping the corn over there. Really cool. But also they have hot apple cider, candies, cobbler with ice cream. Oh my gosh. Welcome to the Christmas market. A lot of local vendors and crafters here. And look at the stage over here. They have a giant Christmas tree and they're playing some soft classic Christmas music. How about some homemade toys for Christmas? This is cool. Hi. MP's handcrafted toys. Hi guys. I'm admiring your stuff. Really cool. You guys on you got on Instagram and Facebook?
Good about them if you want.
Oh sure, yeah.
So I forage for all the materials that I use. There's very few materials that I buy. If I save my sweet corn silk and dry it, the husk, it's about this color. And that's the husk. And if I dry sweet corn silk, I get blonde hair.
Oh.
But if I go into the field and pull the silk out of mature corn, then I get the dark colored silk.
Yeah.
Yep. Her hair is made of tree lichens.
Oh, okay.
Nandina berries, tulip poplar, acorns, so all of it is foraged. She even has
so
a
cool.
ladybug.
Oh, that's cute. I like that. Thanks, Dorothy.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah. Got everything to homemade rugs, homemade knives, to baked goods. This is the Buffalo Creek Baking Company, a local artisan baking company. They got some whoopie pies over here. Sourdough oatmeal cream pie. We got the Beach Boys Run Run reindeer song going. This is part of the museum. Some of the antiques are upstairs. It's a really cool vibe. Also, there's a bunch of history on the wall, a lot of photographs. And according to this wall and signed photo, Brooke Shields spent 2 days here during our annual Tennessee Fall Homecoming in 1984. And check it out, you got Peyton Manning over here as well. That's cool. Also, Oprah Winfrey bought a couple of feed sack dresses during one of her visits here in July 1990. Wow, there's a lot of famous people that have been here. There's Marty Stewart, the country singer, Tennessean, and the father of bluegrass himself, Bill Monroe. That's awesome. The rifle over the fireplace. That feels delightful. Guys, I went ahead and bought some local honey, mountain summer honey from Blue Dog Honey Company, a local Tennessee honey company. I got 2 bottles of that right there to take home. To the right, past the fireplace and the photos, we go out the door to the rest of the event. All right, we got several tents set out here. Of course, it's not quite dark yet, but we can walk around and see what's going on. Don't know where to start. There's a lot of folks out here. Okay, so currently happening right now, arts and crafts inside this tent. A bunch of young kids in there making ornaments. Check out this cool sundial. All right, there's a line over here. It looks like we can take turns petting the donkeys. Meet the donkeys. I like whoever drew that. Good job. 4 to 7. Take turns petting the jacks. I like your necklace. They've got a little necklace on. Don't walk behind the donkey, whatever you do. What's their names?
That one is
Anton and Frisco. Anton, Frisco. Oh, so they're like me. Yeah. Hi, Anton. Like your necklace. Merry Christmas. And this is where the donkeys sleep. This is their barn here. It's pretty nice. They've got a lot of hay in there. Also, you got this antique combine. That thing's old. That's cool. We're gonna venture off the beaten path here for a second. Lots of stuff to look at. Lots of antique stuff. Some more of those millstones. There's an old plow. This cabin's very popular. Kind of reminds me of the cabin at Dollywood a little bit. Dolly's cabin. Everyone's gathered around trying to get some fresh made sassafras tea. That's what's going on here. Sassafras tea right there boiling in the cauldron. Oh wow. See some cinnamon in there. Everyone's waiting for their cup. And then we're going to get some sassafras tea and then go inside the cabin. Oh, that's nice. Check out the mailbox here. Decorated really cool. Alright, so it is $1. It's made from the root of the sassafras tree. And I just saw over here as I'm waiting, this is Peter's Homestead House, number 30 on the map. If you want to go to the map on their website and follow along, you can do so. Pull it up on your phone if you're watching on your TV. Alright.
Very hot. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Looks good. Never had sassafras tea. Look at this. Sassafras tea in Tennessee. Hey, that goes off the tongue pretty nice. Let's see how it tastes. Oh wow, that's really good. Yeah. I think he did put some cinnamon in there. Very sweet too, I'm sure. Yeah, it's sassafras. Sweet. There's a nice wreath on the side of the cabin, the Peters cabin, and I hear music. Someone's inside playing music, I think. Let's go take a look. And they got a Christmas tree in here in Tenenbaum. This is awesome. It's a small room. People are taking their turns coming inside. They got the Christmas quilt. Got live music. Sounds really good, thank you. sounds really good. And they're also selling some canned goods in here.
Oh, the apple butter is $10.
Is that apple butter?
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
We make copper kettle apple butter. We just made it 30.
Oh, you're making it? Are you making it right there? Apple.
This is a demo copy. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Apple butter. Wow. That fire feels great. You're in a great spot over here. And look at this, decorated. They got the pine on the porch, like the old-fashioned decor. It looks like we can go upstairs too. There's another room on the other side of this cabin.
I feel like it was like taking a stack of money and just
Hi. Love the decorations above the mantle.
we just feel a relatively
Pretty.
small house.
Steep stairs, please watch your step. Okay, here's the upstairs below us. You can hear them playing. The fireplace is right in between both rooms. It's a nice big house. They were saying this was a mansion in this area when it was first built. And of course, the privy, the outhouse up on the hill behind the cabin. You gotta go? I don't have to. The doors are locked. Some nice wide pathways. A little gravel, not too rough. Looking out over the farm. We're basically walking into a circle, walking up the hill here in the tree line. And look at that, we got peacocks over here. What a surprise. They are very popular. Let's see if we can get a little closer. And inside this cabin before the peacocks, we have hammered dulcimer with Alyssa Jones Wall nativity story reading at 5:30 and 7:30 inside this cabin here. Everyone's going inside. Peacock, peafowl. Also, there's an animal out yonder. What's out there? I think it's a pig. There's a pig out there. Hey, goats. What's going on? Got some fresh food over there? Yeah. This is awesome. I didn't expect to see all the animals out here. It's quite a surprise. I love it. All right. There's some peacock. Just kind of walking through the path over here. Whoa. There's a peacock on the roof. Whoa. That's awesome. I've never seen them move so fast. Hey. There's a lot of people watching peacock right now, but not a real one. And up on the hill, seems like there's something happening inside of that cabin right there. So I'm gonna venture up there. Oh yeah, look at this. This is cabin 26, Big Tater Valley Schoolhouse. So this was an old schoolhouse, and it looks like they have storytelling inside every half hour.
Handed Jack a rake, and he said, "See all these little twigs and leaves? I like my yard clean, so rake them all up, put them over here in a pile, and I'll deal with them later." Well, Jack didn't know which end of the rake was the working end. But he finally figured it out. He raked all that stuff up in a great big pile, and the farmer came along and he said, "You've done a good job. Now hold out your hand." Jack held out his hand, and the farmer dropped a shiny silver coin right in the palm of Jack's hand. Jack had never held a shiny silver coin before in his whole life. And the farmer said, "Will you be back tomorrow?" Jack said, "I'll be here early." So he went off toward home, and as he was walking in that beautiful fall sunshine, and the sun was winking off of that coin, and he was looking at it, and he was just about to go across the foot log, across the creek in front of the house, and he wasn't looking where he was going, and he tripped. And that coin flew out of his hand, fell in the water, and was washed away. Well, he told Mama he had a job, but he lost his pay. And Mama said, "Jack, look at your jeans. You've got a pocket. Tomorrow, when they give you your pay, put it in your pocket." Well, early that next morning, they were milking calves. Jack had never milked before, but the farmer showed him how, and in a little while, Jack caught on. And he loved squirting the milk in the mouths of the barn calves. Well, they took all that milk and put in great big crocks. And I know you all know what a crock is. I don't have to explain. I could do fourth graders. I could go to the Cracker Barrel and you look on the wall. He put the milk in the crocks and took them to the spring house, one of those fourth grade words, so it would stay cold because they didn't have refrigerators. And then Jack learned which end of a shovel was the working end that afternoon. And at the end of the day, he held his hand out for another shiny silver coin, and the farmer said, "Oh, Jack, I'm sorry. I'll pay you every day, but it won't always be money." And he handed Jack a bucket full of that fresh, sweet milk. And Jack started toward home. Then he remembered what Mama said. Mama said you pay in your pocket.
Oh.
And Jack always did what Mama said to do, which is a good lesson for us all. He looked, and sure enough, on the front of his jeans was the pocket right where Mama said it would be. And he began to pour that milk down his pocket. And he'd shake his leg, it disappeared, and he shook and poured and shook and poured until all of it was gone. When Mama turned around and saw him, she said, Jack, what did you do? Did you fall in the creek? Well, Mama, you told me to put my pay in my pocket. My pay was milk, and I put it in my pocket. Now it's gone. Oh, Jack, it was in a container. See, you even carried the container home. Tomorrow, if the pay is in a container, leave it in the container. Now, when Jack got home and he dumped out that flour sack and all those gold coins fell on the kitchen table, Mama was very happy. And to this day, she don't have to buy the calico to make her dresses. She can go to the store and buy ready-made dresses. That donkey now lives in a stable and gets fine grain to eat. That dog that's now as big as a Shetland pony gets a ham bone every week. Jack can go down to the general store and get all the ginger snaps he wants. And the last that we heard, Jack and his mama were doing just fine.
Great story. Great story. All right, that was a great story. I wish I could have left it all in. I got there a little late. Never heard it before. At first I thought it was Jack and the Beanstalk, but totally different. It's starting to get darker out here. The lights are popping a little more. And we've got another cabin right here with 2 peacocks on top and a candle in the window. Take a look inside. Just a little demo. We got the table set here, decorated. Also check out this tree. I think they forgot to water it, but it's pretty. There you go. It's a really cool cabin. This is the Daniel Boone cabin. Oh wow. We're passing the Cox corn crib. Check this out. It's an old wagon. Looks like Doc Randall's old medicine show. Pills, tonic, and music. That's cool. Thinking of Old Crow Medicine Show. They're from Tennessee, aren't they? Oh, it's a blacksmith. Got the anvil over there. There we go. So he's making a spike there.
Takes a little while to get that big piece of steel hard though.
Alright, that was fun. Watched the blacksmith work for a little bit. There's a cabin over here we can also walk into. Looks like this is cabin 19, McClung house.
Stay warm yourself by the fire if you
Oh
like.
wow, thanks.
Watch your head.
Yeah, I'm a little tall.
Be careful, there's another one.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, I had someone call me.
These are pretty. You make these?
I make everything.
Okay.
I do Civil War period clothing for the family and go to reenactments and sell my clothing.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's why I'm dressed. And the dolls, the aprons, the bonnets and things.
Oh.
So.
Oh, the Christmas tree over here.
Are you local?
I'm from La Folla, just up the
Old
road.
postcards.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the dolls.
1776 reenactors for Morris Day this year.
You know, 4th of July, I'm here for their.
And I'm gonna get by the fire here. Warm up.
Yeah, feel
Look
free to
at
get by the fire.
the vintage postcards here.
Hello.
It feels really good. Look at that. Yuletide log. We've got the stockings. Just doesn't put you into the Christmas spirit. I don't know what will. Also an old wood burning stove over here. / oven.
Feel free to look around. I make
/
all the
stove.
dolls and aprons and stuff. So.
Got the bathroom down there underneath the nightstand. Look at that doll. Ooh, it's kind of creepy. That's really old. Really old. And over here it says that the McClung house, from the first days of Knoxville's founding, the McClung family played a prominent role in the city's cultural and economical affairs. Alright, I bought some Christmas gifts here. Spoiler alert, I'm helping out. There we go. I might get one of those.
Help yourself.
Thank you.
Pick the handle and turn. I'll throw that in the pocket. Thank you.
Bombs away. Oh, look, they all bought bonnets. That's cool. And look at that sky. Sun is set. Gonna be really dark soon. I am really enjoying this. I am blown away. This is a fantastic old-fashioned Christmas time event. I love these. If you remember last several years, I used to go out to the Cracker Country Kitchen Christmas at the Florida State Fairgrounds. This reminds me a lot of that experience. Check out that old video if you want to see that too. All right, this cabin is the Mark Twain family cabin. I don't know if Mark Twain actually lived in Tennessee. I don't think he did, but they got the cabin named after him. Maybe it's the same era. There's the old tools here on the wall as we go in. Ooh, a pelt. Had a tail. Oh yeah. Got some pelts in here. Oh man. Alright, so there's some history. Dolly Sharp Buck sits on the porch of her home in Possum Trot, Tennessee in 1944. The log cabin once served as the home of Mark Twain's parents, John Marshall Clemens and Jane Lampton Clemens. I didn't know they had Tennessee ties. So, wow. I don't know if this is the cabin. David Buck stands with his father Ernest Buck in front of the Mark Twain cabin in Possum Trot, Tennessee. The cabin was inhabited by Ernest's mother, Dolly Sharp Buck. I think this is the cabin we are in. This is it. There's more history over there. Wow. Just got goosebumps. I visited Mark Twain's apartment building in New York City. A lot bigger than this. Here's the reconstruction of where it sits, where we are right now. And here's where it sat. Possum Trot. I'll have to see if I can track down the original location. My great-grandmother, who had, I think, 19 children, Albany, Kentucky, Denny Holler. She made quilts, and I have one of her quilts. She made a quilt for all lines of her family. She may have made 100 quilts, and this reminds me of that. I have one, and it's a Christmas quilt. Check out the toys underneath the tree.
Eastern coyote. We got the gray fox, the red fox, and the bobcat. American mink. I like to put him with the otter since river otter.
I don't know where it came from.
Virginia possum, raccoon, and also your American
Yeah, they
mink.
might have different flaws.
And at the very far end, we got
Is it
the
really? Someone told me it was expensive.
white-tailed
I don't know.
white-tailed deer.
Awesome.
Truly an impressive
Deceptively
family.
soft as well.
Possum
At least
saw.
for me. The possum kind of feels almost like a ferret to me.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, the skunk is, I think, the softest.
Y'all ready for the holidays?
Yeah, it's a really cool education thing. They said that these pelts were donated from the Indiana State Park system.
In a good way or a bad way?
The Hoosier State, that's where I was born. Oh yeah, I hate to step on that bear trap. Oh boy. I remember when I was a kid we had a big brown jug sitting in the corner of one of our houses, but that's a big brown jug. I could fit in there. That's amazing. It says it's from Gate City, Virginia. Reportedly came from the Tennessee Eastman plant in Kingsport. The plant, built in the early 1920s, would fill this jug and several others like it with an acid or a chemical. These crockery jugs were later replaced with stainless steel containers weighing 3,000 pounds. This giant jug stands about 7 feet tall and can hold some 750 gallons. Somehow it was not destroyed and was taken to nearby Gate City, Virginia. That is a big jug. Ceramic too. It sits right beside this old brick house. Jesus is coming soon. You see the heart? See the marker? And underneath here we've got these old church markers that you'd see on the side of the road. Wow, I've never seen a collection like this. Oh, this is where they're playing the movies. Oh, we got some cartoons going over here. Oh, Disney. We got Pluto. Chip and Dale. So this is the People's Building where they're showing the cartoons and has the signs. Alright, this is the display barn. Let's see what's on display in the display barn. And there are tons of items on display in the display barn. Check this out. It's a powder horn. Old King powder horn. And look, they got rifles up here too. Let's see. Sorry, but we have to ask you not to handle items in the museum. It belongs in the museum, and that means don't touch it. Really neatly organized. Wooden bullet mold. These are more for weapons. Bullet molds, 50 caliber right there. A skinning knife. More powder horns. Old loading tool. Bunch of, go check that out. Double barrel shotgun. The Allington family shotgun. John Allington was 13 and his grandfather, Harry Allington, was 75. The year was 1950. While hunting on the home farm, young Jim's grandfather became disgusted because he couldn't bag any game. He turned to his grandson, handed him the shotgun and said, "Here, I can't hunt anymore. It's yours." The rest is history. Now it's hanging here. All right, this is a large barn and there's an upstairs as well. What is this? Looks like an old post office. Yep. Old post office. It used to sit in a very small building. Got an old scale and counter from an old general store. Old Coke signs. Look at this. Got some buttons, some string. Oh wow, yeah, it really opens up in here. Look at that clock. That reminds me of Back to the Future, Part 3. All right, this old case right here is full of old skeleton keys. Look at this. I have some old skeleton locks too. I have some old skeleton keys out of an old Victorian house from Knightstown, Indiana. I think the house is still there. Dad gave them to me. This place just keeps going. All the old wood planes. This is the wood shop. We haven't even gone upstairs yet. Oh wow. This place is packed. Full of antique tools. Even some up here. More grinding stones from the mills. Saddle shop. And all these old buckets and barrels. Wow, that's a big barrel over there. Turner's. Appalachian folk art. We have made it upstairs. Look at this. Whoa. This is impressive. Everywhere you look. I like this. Two of Earl's nieces supplied the hair for this jolly woman. That's real hair on these dolls, these wood dolls. Looks like this guy, his name's Earl. He carved them. The politician made by Reverend Earl Blackwell, Jacksboro, Tennessee. That's him right there with some of these dolls that you see right here today. That's real hair. That's creepy. There's another one of Earl's dolls right there. Creepy. More dolls back here. Looks like all items from gourds made by Minnie Black. There's the sign. These are all made from gourds. Kind of looks like my cousin Davy. And there's Minnie right there, Minnie Black with a giant gourd. Wanted to raise a large gourd so badly that she said she wrote this on a gourd. Let it be, said I, as I lay in my casket. She raised a gourd as big as a bushel basket. That's funny. It says it right there. That could very well be that same gourd she's holding. I mean, it's very close. That one might be a little bigger. There's a giant gourd up here too. She made all this stuff. Oh, check it out. Chicken gourd. Okay. Oh, look at this wood carving. Some of this stuff's really creepy. Look at the hippo. This is some cool stuff. Wow. Impressive. And this was made, all of this was made by this man right here. Dow Pugh. Several pictures of him here. Carving stuff. Looks like he had, oh wow. Look at this. Looks like he had some sort of an attraction going at some point. Oh my gosh, someone put a Santa hat on that. That is creepy. That's gonna haunt my dreams right there. It looks like a clown. Maybe that was Santa. I thought Santa was gonna be in here, but I guess not. We'll have to go find Santa. We're on another Santa hunt. All right, that's fun. You could literally spend hours in here and not see everything. Back outside. Looks like we bought. Ooh, that scared me. There he is, Santa Claus.
He sprang to his sleigh. To its team gave a whistle. And away they all.
It's the night before Christmas. Oh, this looks fun. I like the special effects. I've seen worse today. Alright, so I bottomed out on this side of the Appalachian Museum, Appalachian. I'm gonna follow the lights, the candle lights, back through the trees, and hopefully at some point we'll see Santa. Look at this. Wow, this is really pretty, guys. The trees are all lit up too. Candlelight Christmas in full effect. Alright, the restaurant's still open too. I might get some food before I leave. Ate lighter earlier. We're just trying to find Santa. Here, this is from the Tellico River Lumber Company, 1910. Alright, so this is behind the barn that we walked into to enter. It says Hall of Fame this way. Maybe Santa's in the Hall of Fame. He should be. Alright, we're gonna walk through here. It's decorated. Can barely see the wreaths, but there are some.
John Rice Irwin acquired the cabin in 1964 and reconstructed it here at the Museum of
Tennessee Valley Authority.
You can visit the Arnwine Sisters cabin next on this tour and learn more about the important changes that came to the people of the Norris Lake Basin.
Alright, that was explaining the Norris Lake Reservoir, Tennessee Valley Authority. Really neat. We're approaching this cabin, cabin number 6. This is the Arnwine cabin. It's a really small cabin. Oh, it's a banjo.
You need like the bellow to get the air.
Yeah. Sort of, but some people think it's a little bit odd because none of this is in the Bible, but I have to remind people that this song is quite a bit older than the King James Bible, the King James version. It's one of the old child ballads. I think it goes back to the 1400s, or the origins of it.
down deep in Mary's womb. Bow down low, you mighty cherry tree. So my mother can have some. Won't you bow down low, cherry tree? So my mother can have some. Then the cherry tree bowed down, bowed low to the ground, and Mary gathered cherries while Joseph stood around. Yes, Mary gathered cherries while Joseph stood around. And Joseph took Mary upon his right knee, saying, tell me, pretty baby, when your birthday shall be. Yes, tell me, pretty baby, when your birthday shall be. On the 6th day of January, my birthday shall be, and the stars up in the heavens shall all bow down to me. Yes, the stars up in the heavens shall all bow down to me.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Bravo.
What was your name again, sir?
Matt Foster.
Matt Foster.
Matt
That was
Foster.
amazing.
Check him out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You got a page online? I have to ask.
Merry Christmas. Yes, I have a website. It's just mattafoster.com.
Okay, thank you.
But my Facebook got hacked. I've got a personal page.
That's a common thing.
Yeah, I know. So
You played great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. That was fantastic. He is a very talented. Happy to leave that all in. Give him a follow. He also has music for sale on his website. All right, so I'm going to go over here. I think this barn is the Hall of Fame. It is. Meet Santa. Yes. All right, guys. I just saw him at Dollywood. He gets around. Oh, wow. There's a lot of stuff to see in here, too. Oh, my gosh. Welcome to the Museum of Appalachia Hall of Fame. It's pretty incredible. Pictured here are my friends, the Marn, happy, independent folk of southern Appalachia. This is just as big as the other barn we were just at. I have a feeling that Santa's down here around the corner. Oh, I think I see him. All right. Pause for the Claus. Haha, yeah, I went there. Check out all the instruments up here. This is one of the most amazing museums I've ever been into. There is so much music history in Tennessee. Of course, we have to mention the Carter family. Look at that. Legendary, beloved, incomparable. And there he is, old Saint Nick. He's a little busy right now. Hey, Santa. Can I get a picture with you?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. And this just went down. Look at that. Santa Claus. He's a busy guy, so had to make room. Very busy guy. Check out all the dulcimers over here. If you are a fan of music, specifically musical instruments, there is so much history in here to see. And there's Minnie Black again. She also made gourds into instruments. We saw her over there in the barn. This is called a common cest guitar. It's made out of a toilet seat. That's funny. We got a wooden horse over here with a wreath around it. That made some kid happy about 100 Christmases ago. All right, look upstairs. Look at this. A haunting hearse. Whoa. At the top of the stairs. Look at this. Got a wagon decorated. Looks like a wagon you see they would take on the Oregon Trail, right? All right, I came up to see the hearse. At the back of the hearse is this child's coffin from the Asheville, North Carolina area. It's got a viewing I'm not supposed to touch it. I want to open it, but it's got a viewing window. Check out the hearse. Wow, that's beautiful. It's got a casket in there. I don't know if you can see it because of the light. Wow. And there's also caskets underneath it. And look at this. Holy cow. A lot of casket Henry death, funerals, and remembrances. Alright, this is a little spooky. Death of General Andrew Jackson right there. President of the United States. That's an original painting there. Original print. Wow. Yeah, you can dive deep into death history in here. Here's some of the stuff that they used to make the coffins. Casket hardware. So this coffin was made by Minnie Black's husband, Bill. Remember, Minnie Black is the person that made the gourds, the gourd dolls and the instrument. Her husband made coffins. Alright, I'm gonna point one more thing out. Look at this, it's like a sarcophagus. Oh my gosh. The Fisk metallic burial case. Perhaps the most remarkable coffin ever patented in America. Okay, that's weird. Alright, back to Christmas. Away from the death, but where there's death, there's life. And there is a painting in the breezeway of the museum that we are in, guys. Fascinating time. I look forward to coming back and diving deeper into the museum and into the history here. There's a lot of stuff to see. Alright, it's 7:15. There's 2 more hours, almost 2 more hours until they close up shop for tonight. Guys, if you want to come to this next year, I'll get to that point I'm about to get to in a moment, but make sure you clear your calendar because I think you're really going to enjoy this if you like old-fashioned Christmas. Appalachian style or Appalachian style. I almost missed the handcrafted hot chocolate bar. We got Mint and Mary, Mele Kalikimaka. It's a fine thing to say. Stocking stuffer and ho-ho hazelnut. Found a nice spot by the fire. Guys, look at this. I'm excited about this. We've got beans and cornbread. Now that's real cornbread right there. And also I got the onions. I'm gonna send a picture to my mom. She's gonna be jealous. And I got the loaded baked potato. I had some dessert, now I'm having dinner. I mean, dinner, now dessert, right? I like pinto beans for beans and cornbread. Also, I like northern beans, kidney beans. There you go, you gotta mix it all up. I'll fill you up. I could have just went with the beans and cornbread. It's gonna be filling, but the potato is really good as well. Good stuff. I'll be back here just to eat. It's not a bad drive for me too. I might want to say this, I think it's kind of obvious, but throughout December, everything you see out here that you saw tonight will be set up. They just won't have these special performances, the banjo player, the storytelling, such and such. Everything else will be here for the duration during regular museum hours. So you guys can come and check all that stuff out, and if you get here before 2:30, you can also experience the restaurant. It's a really pretty display here. I don't think that's for sale. That's part of the decor. Here's some of those corn husk angels you can buy here in the gift shop too. And in the breezeway, I just happened to catch this. This is their weekly menu from December 8th through 14th. Soups and sandwiches. So they're not always serving the same stuff. It looks like they had ham and potato casserole one night, bacon pineapple chicken, baked pork chops. Ooh. Chicken pot pie. Okay. Yeah, so you might get a different menu when you come out here. Also, tomorrow they're serving meatloaf. Meatloaf and chicken dressing. And we've got a tractor and wagon ride. Look at this. It's the shuttle. Okay, so this is the actual parking shuttle. Free shuttle ride. Alice Chalmers tractor. That's really cool. There we go. Too bad we didn't park out there. Maybe next time. Wow. Guys, I want to thank you all for watching this video. Please do me a favor, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share it. Also, if it was your first time, feel free to subscribe below. If you like this content, please check out more of my videos over on the main page of my YouTube channel. There's always much ahead as far as Christmas, roadside attractions, and hidden gems like this one. This was a great one. I am so happy I came out here. Best 25 bucks ever spent. Hope you guys get to experience it yourself in the real. But until then, I hope you enjoyed visiting it vicariously. Getting a little colder. All right, guys. Please know that you're awesome, that you're loved, and no matter who you are or what you're going through, just know that there's always much ahead. It's not just a statement, it's a way of life. Bye-bye, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. I think I'll see you tomorrow. I think I'm filming something tomorrow. I think I'm going on an adventure tomorrow. I probably will. I love taking you guys with me. Thank you so much for being here. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Where did I park? I think it was this way. Yeah, this way. I got a lot of goods too, and I'm full. Got some souvenirs for some people at home.